On this tutorial guys, I'm going to demonstrate on how to paint the basic skies, the mountains, the colorful trees, and many more in easy way. I'm going to paint first the sky on this canvas. First thing to do is I'm going to paint directly the cobalt blue using this not 1-inch flat brush. Just paint directly the cobalt blue here. Cobalt blue, just paint directly the cobalt blue using this number or 1-inch flat brush. Just continue painting this cobalt blue. Paint the cobalt blue. Directly paint the cobalt blue here for my sky. Just like that. Then after that, titanium white at the very bottom of this cobalt blue. Just paint titanium white. And also just blend this titanium white to the cobalt blue. Again, I'm using now 1-inch flat brush. Paint titanium white going to the upper portion of the sky, and also just blend this titanium white to the cobalt blue, just like what I did here. It's very nice, the color and the it's very smooth. Just observe my brush strokes guys. Going to the upper portion, just blend this color. It's very good to blend this color. And again, the titanium white at the very bottom of this blue color, the sky blue. Add more titanium white. Just blend this color guys. Going to the upper portion of the sky. Looking good. Now I'm going to add the clouds using again this titanium white. I'm going to add like a circular brush strokes going to the upper portion of the sky using again this 1-inch flat brush. It's very easy to create the clouds. You can create easily the clouds using the circular brush strokes or circular types of brush strokes. Then at the very bottom, just paint more titanium white. And also this side here, I'm gonna paint also the titanium white for my clouds in this area, for the scattering clouds here. Titanium white again. Just looking good to that in the area there. Then the second is I'm going to create the mountains here. I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and also the violet color or the deep violet. Going to mix these two colors, the violet and the cobalt blue. Just add here for my mountains. For my mountains in this area. This is only the base color of this mountain here. Gonna add here. Or just paint directly the cobalt blue here and blend this cobalt blue. Paint directly the cobalt blue at the back portion or the area that are not affected by the lights. Just looking good. And also this one here, I'm going to add shading on this mountain, on this side of this mountain here, using the cobalt blue. Paint directly the cobalt blue. This is looking good for my mountains. So again, just add again the cobalt blue for the shading of this mountain here, or the area of the mountain that are not affected with the lights. That's why it's dark. Then titanium white and the gonna mix the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just add here for the highlight the mountain, this mountain here. Let's continue that there, and also this one. Gonna paint directly the titanium white. Titanium white. Paint directly here for the highlights of the area that are affected too much lights. That's looking good for that area there. And now I'm going to mix again the cobalt blue and the I'm going to mix the cobalt blue and the marsh black color. Cobalt blue and the marsh black. I'm going to add also the mountains here, the mountain. Paint and create the mountain here, the nearer mountain. Just looking good. Then the cobalt blue and the marsh black color for my shading of this mountain here. I'm gonna add the shading of this mountain. Then the cobalt blue, I'm gonna add also the cobalt blue. Selecting the area for this cobalt blue here for more mountain effects or the mountain color effects here. Then the titanium white, I'm going to paint directly the titanium white here. Paint directly the titanium white for the highlight of this mountain. Let's paint titanium white here. Just looking good for my mountains there. For more darker detail here, I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue in the marsh black, just small amount of marsh black color, and the cobalt blue, just it should be more cobalt blue, and just add a very small amount of violet color. Just add here for the shading effect of this mountain here. Just add again here. Create a nicer effect to this mountain for more dark color. Just add here. I'm just selecting also the area. Just looking good here for my mountain. Continue adding the highlight of this mountain here. Just paint directly the titanium white for the highlight effect. This mountain. Titanium white. So this one at the upper portion, this mountain here. Titanium white. Just looking good for my mountain and the sky. I'm going to paint here titanium white for the fog's effect on this mountain, at the very lower portion of the mountain. So I'm going to paint directly the titanium white. Paint directly the titanium white here for my fog's effect using this 1-inch flat brush. Paint the titanium white at the very lower portion of this mountain. Paint titanium white for my fog's effect. And also just blend this titanium white here. Going to the upper portion of this mountain here for my fog's effect. Looking good to that area there. Then after that, I'm going to paint directly the very near mountain. I'm going to mix the color of cobalt blue, the violet color, cobalt blue in the violet color, and add the marsh black color. A very small amount of marsh block. Going to paint here for my nearer mountain. Cobalt blue here. Just looking good to that area. Then the cobalt blue I'm going to add here, or just mix the color of cobalt blue and titanium white to create the lighter sky blue. Just paint here and just blend the color to the mountain using the circular type of brush strokes also to create a very nice mountain effects. And darker blue violet. Add here the darker blue violet here, the shading of this mountain. Darker blue violet. I have here a very nice mountain, the near mountain. I'm going to paint the titanium white at the very lower portion of this mountain here for more fog's effect to this area. Let's continue painting with this titanium white. Just looking good. That I'm going to mix again the cobalt blue, the violet color or the deep violet, and also marsh black color. Just mix these three colors. Just add here for my trees, this area. for my trees to this area here using this darker blue violet. Also this one here for my trees, and also just observe my brush strokes, guys. And just looking good here. Then the cobalt blue, I'm gonna add also the cobalt blue here for the little bit dark color of the trees. Cobalt blue. Also this one here. Paint the cobalt blue. Just looking good there for my group of trees. Also this one here, I'm going to blend the color. Just looking good. Titanium white again. Titanium white at the very bottom of this group of trees to blend the color, create a nicer effect at this area here. The blurry effect, I'm going to blend this color with the blurry effect at the very far area of the trees. Also this one here. It's looking good. And I'm going to create the water. I'm going to paint directly the cobalt blue for the water. Just paint directly the cobalt blue here for my water effect. The brush stroke should be horizontal, and also just blend this color to the titanium white to create a nicer effect of the water. Or to create the blurry effect of the edge of the water, I'm going to blend this cobalt blue to the titanium white. This area is more fog effects. Just add more cobalt blue for my water effects, and just blend also this color. Just looking good. Then I'm going to add the light green color also here. The light green color at the very bottom to the cobalt blue. The light green color here, going to add also here. Then the cobalt blue. I'm going to blend this cobalt blue and the light green color. Just blend these two colors. Just add more cobalt blue here and just blend this cobalt blue to the light green color. Create a very nice color of the water. Just looking good in that area there. Then titanium white to minimize this color of the light green color, to minimize this one here. Titanium white at the very bottom of this light green color. Just blend this titanium white to the color of the light green color. Just looking good, that area there. Then after that, I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and the titanium white. Cobalt blue and the titanium white. I'm going to mix this to create the lighter sky blue, and just add small amount of light green color. Just add here for the waves effect, the water. For the wave effect of the water. Just continue adding with this color here. Just looking good here for my water effect going down. Just looking good in that area there. Then the titanium white also. I'm going to add also the titanium white here for more color. Or the waves of this water here. The waves effects in this water. Just looking good to that area there. And also the light sky blue. I'm gonna mix the color of the lights cobalt blue and the titanium white to create the lighter sky blue. Just paint here for more color of the water here. Color effects to the water. Just looking good at that area there. Now let's continue here. I'm going to paint directly here the base color. I'm going to paint the ruching using this 1-inch flat brush. This area is for my soil or the sand area here. I'm going to paint directly the ruching color. Also this one here. Where I'm going to mix the color of the ruching and the marsh black color. Ruching and the marsh black. And just add the cobalt blue. Just add cobalt blue. Just paint here for my land to this area or the soil. This is only the base color, my soil here, this area. Just looking good to that there. That's my soil or the base color of my soil. After that, I'm going to mix the color of ruching and the orange yellow. Ruching and the orange yellow, just small amount of orange yellow and add titanium white. Just add here for my soil or the sand. The sands and stones to this here. And also this one here. I'm gonna add this color for my sand and soil. Then the ruching color, I'm going to add the ruching here. Paint directly the cadmium yellow here for my trees. You can also use the primary yellow, this area here. Then the yellow green color, I'm going to add the yellow green color. Yellow green for the leaves that are not affected by the lights. I'm going to add to that area there, the yellow green color. Just looking good. Then the titanium white and the cadmium yellow or the yellow color. You can use your primary color or the primary yellow for this, for the highlights of this tree here. Just looking good, that area there. Then after that, the red color, the scarlet red, or you can use primary red. This one here. For another color, the trees, this side here. Scarlet red for the base color of this tree. the Viridian Green. I'm going to add also the Viridian Green at the very bottom, in between this red tree and the yellow tree for the leaves. This is their leaves that are not affected by the lights. That's why it's dark green color. Going to paint here also. Then the light green color, I'm going to add also the light green color for the color of the leaves, or the highlight of the leaves here. The light green color. Just looking good, that area there. Then after that, I'm going to mix the color of cobalt blue and the orange yellow. Cobalt blue and the orange yellow, and add titanium white. Just paint here the very this corner. Another color of the trees, the back portion of this red tree. Then the yellow green color, I'm going to add also here yellow green, the color of the leaves. Just looking good at that area there. Then I'm going to add the trunk here and the branches using the pointed brush or the number 0 brush. And also I'm going to paint directly the marsh black color for the branch, and the twigs are the trunk to this tree here. Then branches. And more branches here, and the twigs. The twigs is smaller than the branches. Just looking good at that area there, and also this one here for my trunk to this tree using the marsh black color, branches and the twigs. Also here, and also this one here. I'm going to create the trunk using the marsh black color and pointed brush, the number 0 brush. Create the branches and the twigs for this tree here. Just continue adding with the branches of this tree here. Just looking good at that area there. Just add more trunk and the branches here using the marsh black color and the pointed brush. Smaller tree for this area here. Just looking good at that area there. Then the green color, the Viridian Green, this area. These are the area that are not affected by too much light. That's why it's going to use the dark green color, the Viridian Green. Just looking good at that there. Then for the highlights of this red tree, I'm going to paint also the orange yellow for the highlights here. Orange yellow for this highlight of this tree. Going to the upper portion of this tree here. Paint the orange yellow for my highlight of this tree here. Orange yellow here. Then I'm going to mix the color of orange yellow and the yellow color to create more lighter yellow, or more lighter orange yellow for the highlights this tree. Or just paint directly the yellow color or the cadmium yellow. You can use also the primary yellow, the medium yellow, and the Hansa yellow for this here. For me, I'm using the cadmium yellow. Going down there, just looking good to that area there. Then after that, I'm going to paint also the Viridian Green, the ground. These are my ground here and the grasses. Viridian Green for my grasses and the to the ground. Use Viridian Green for to create more dark color of the grasses. The grasses that are not affected by the lights. That's why it's dark. Then the light green color also. The light green color for the ground. Then the ruching color here for the color of the soil and the color of the soil here. I use the ruching color and the sand. The orange yellow also. I'm going to add orange yellow. Directly paint the orange yellow and just blend this orange yellow to the color that I paint earlier here. Then the orange yellow and also titanium white. Orange yellow and the titanium white. I mix these two colors here. Just add here for the lighter color of the sand, the soil here, this area. Just add more titanium white to the orange yellow. Just paint here for the lighter color of the sands and soil. Also the stones here. Then the light green color here to add here for the color of the grasses here, and also the yellow color. The yellow color here, just selecting the area for the yellow, the grasses on the ground. Yellow color here. I'm going to mix the color of the Viridian Green and the titanium white. The Viridian Green and the titanium white. Just mix these two colors. Just add here for my color of the water in this area. And also just blend this color. And the Cobalt Blue also. Cobalt Blue. They are a little bit upper or the upper portion of the green color. This is for my water in this area here. Then the light green color, I'm going to add also the light green color here for more water color, for more water effects here. Then I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Titanium white and the cobalt blue, just paint here and just blend this color here. Just looking good at that area there. Then after that, I'm going to create a very small island to this area here using the base color is the ruching color here. Very small island this area. Then the marsh black color, going to create a very small island or the rock. Just looking good to that area there. Then the orange yellow also. Orange yellow here for my island. Small island to this side here. For my rock to that area there. Then the titanium white here, or just mix the color of titanium white in the orange yellow. Just mix the titanium white in the orange yellow, and just add here for the highlight effects of this small island, or the small island made of rock. Just looking good to that area there. Then the light green color also, I'm going to add also here the light green color. Just looking good to that area there. Then after that, I'm going to create a tree here. I'm going to mix the color of titanium white in the marsh black color to create the gray color here for my tree in this area. Or just paint the marsh black color for the base color of this tree. Then the branch. Then this one here, a bronze, another bronze here, this tree. Then going to mix the color of the ruching and the orange yellow. Just add here for the color of this tree, the color of the body of the trunk. Then the orange yellow, I'm going to, or just paint directly the ruching color here for the trunk and the branches of this tree, or the color of the branches and the trunk. Just looking good at that area there. Then I'm going to mix the color of the ruching and the yellow color, and just add titanium white. Just add small amount of ruching. Just add here for the highlight of this body, this trunk. Then after that, I'm going to add this the red color for the color of the leaves to this tree. The red color here, or the Scarlet Red. You can also use the primary red if you want. Scarlet Red here for my tree, for the three colors here. Then after that, I'm going to add the trunk and the branches and also the twigs. Add more detail for the branches and the twigs here. So this one here, twigs, more detailed for the twigs here and the branches. So this one here and this one here, I'm going to add the twigs. Then after that, I'm going to add a highlight the leaves using this pointed brush. I'm going to add more detail, or the detail of the leaves of this trees here, this tree. For more detail of the leaves here, use this kind of techniques or the style. These are the highlights of the leaves. Just continue adding with this kind of style for the leaves of this tree. I'm gonna add more detail for the leaves here. Just looking good at that area there. Just continue adding with this for my leaves. For my leaves of this tree, just continue this until it's done. Then I'm going to mix the color of the or I'm going to paint directly the yellow for more highlight effects of this tree. The yellow color for more highlight of these leaves here. This one also here using the cadmium yellow, or just you can use also the primary yellow or the Hansa yellow for this with more highlight effects in this tree. Just continue adding with these highlight effects here for this tree here. Yellow color, cadmium yellow. It's looking good to that area there. Add light green color for the leaves. Light green color also I'm going to add here. These are the leaves that are the more color of the leaves here for the tree, for this tree. Just looking good. Just continue until it's done. The Viridian Green for the darker leaves that are not affected with the lights coming from the add more Viridian Green here. The Viridian Green. I'm going to add also the yellow green for more highlight effect for the green tree or for the green leaves. Yellow green. The yellow green here. Just looking good for my. And for the highlight effects, for the I'm going to mix the color of red and the titanium white, or the scarlet red and the titanium white. Just paint here for the highlight effect. For more leaves color here, or the more highlight effects. Just selecting the area. Just looking good for my tree on that area. The next step is I'm going to detail for this here. I'm going to mix the color of the orange yellow and the violet color. Orange yellow and the violet. Just add here the color of this trunk. And the cobalt blue at the back portion of this tree. Titanium white and the cobalt blue with the lighter sky blue. For this here at the back portion of this tree here. And the cobalt blue here. Just looking good in that area. Then the orange yellow and the titanium white. Orange yellow and the titanium white. Then add the ruching color. Just add here for the highlight this island here, or this stone island. Then the yellow green also for the highlight of the grasses here. The yellow green color. Then the Viridian Green for the grasses here. Just looking good at that area there. I'm going to finish this one here. I'm going to paint directly the marsh black for my stone for this area. Marsh black color. The color of the or the shading of the stones, or the base color of the stones here, using this marsh black color. Then the ruching color here. I'm gonna add also the ruching color. Then after that, I'm going to add also the orange yellow, mix with the orange yellow and the deep violet. I'm going to mix this color, add to this area here for my stones. This is a very easy. You can make this fast. And after that, I'm going to mix the color of ruching and the titanium white. Ruching and the titanium white. Just add small amount of orange yellow. Just add here. For the highlight effect to the stones here. Just looking good at that area there. Just continue adding this color here. So this one here, just continue to this side here. Then titanium white and the orange yellow, but it should be more titanium white. Just add here for more lighter colors. The stones to this side here. Then I'm going to mix the cobalt blue and the orange yellow. Cobalt blue and the orange yellow. Just add here. Create the shading of these stones here. And the marsh black color. Just looking good to this area. Then the light green color also. I'm going to add the light green color for the grasses. Light green color here. Let's add more light green color. And the yellow green. I'm going to add also the yellow green here. Yellow green color. Just looking good at that area there. Going to mix the color of Viridian Green and the titanium white. And just add the Cobalt Blue. Just add small amount of Cobalt Blue to the Viridian Green and the titanium white. Just paint here for the water color, the water effects to this area. Just looking good at that area there. Then the Mars black color. I'm going to mix the color of the Mars black and the Viridian green. Just paint here for the boundary of the water and the stones. Small island here. Then this one here. Then the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just add here for the, or just add more titanium white to the cobalt blue to create more lighter color, sky blue. Just add here for the bubbles effect to the water. These are the wave effect, the water. For my wavy effect for the water here. Just observe my brush position or the brush tip position. Okay, that's good. A very nice water there. Then I'm going to add a shadow of this here, orange yellow, and just paint or mix the color orange yellow on the titanium white. Just add here for the shading or the reflection of the stones to the water. So this one here. Just looking good. Then the Viridian Green, I'm going to add also the Viridian Green here. Just selecting the area for this Viridian Green to minimize more wave effects here or the light color. Just looking good at that area there. You have a very nice water on that area. Then the Ruchina color. Just blend this Ruchina color. These are the stones under this water or the stones color. Just looking good at that area there. In the marsh block and the Ruchina, I'm going to mix this color, the marsh block and the Ruchina color. Just mix this one here. Just paint for the shading of these sands here and the soil. The light green color here. Then the yellow green. Marsh black color. Then I'm going to mix the color of orange yellow and the marsh black. Paint here for the light or the dark portion of this area for the shading. The soil here. Then the lighter or the titanium white and the orange yellow. Titanium white and the orange yellow. Titanium white and the orange yellow. Just paint here for the highlight of the soil here, the highlight of the soil or the sands. Just looking good at that area there. Now you have a very nice view. Then the yellow green also here. I'm going to add the yellow green color. You have a very nice color. Then I'm going to create the waves effects or the bubbles of the waves. Just creating the bubbles effect to the waves using the titanium white. Also this one here. Just looking good. Also this one at the very just looking nice there. Very nice. Just looking good. We're done. Now we're done with this painting tutorial, guys, number 42. We have a very nice view here. I hope this demonstration is helpful for you. And guys, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more free painting tutorial in the near future and also updates on my channel. Guys, thanks for watching. Peace.